In this video, we define the term data structures. Consider some social networking sites like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. What are the types of data present in it? There are different types of data representing images, people, the comments that the people give, the replies that are given to the comments, and the various videos that are posted. Where will you store this data? What is your objective when you try to store this data? And how will you store them? If we answer these three questions, we will be able to find the definition of data structures and also the need for data structures. The first question is, where do we store the data? We might store our data in a magnetic storage medium like the hard disk, in an optical storage medium like the CD or the DVD, the flash memories like the flash drive, the SD card or the SSD, and the most common way of storage nowadays for large data, you can either store it in the cloud or in a networking media. Most of us own a laptop or a computer, and the data is stored in large quantities in the hard disk. But for the processor to read and process the data and instructions, compulsorily the data and the instructions must be in the RAM or in the registers. So when we talk of storing data in terms of simple data structures, we are talking about how the data is stored in the RAM. The memory hierarchy is obvious, where the hard disk stores the maximum amount of data but is also the slowest, while the register stores the minimum amount of data and is also the fastest. To reiterate, when we talk about how the data is stored in terms of data structures, we are referring to the RAM. The figure depicts or illustrates the physical structure of a RAM. I have assumed that the memory address starts from 0, though in reality it will be in decimal format and it can start from any number based on the operating system. But the figure is to make you understand that even though it looks like a two-dimensional structure of rows and columns, the first element of row 2 follows the last element of row 1. The first element of row 3 follows the last element of row 2 and so on. Why do we give so much importance to how the data is being stored? Imagine you're put in a place where it is strewn with buttons of different colors and different shapes and different sizes. And if you're asked to pick the blue buttons alone, imagine the amount of time you would spend in doing that. But if you have already arranged all the blue buttons in one box and the yellow buttons in another box, it will be much easier for you to pick the required data or the required button in this case. On a similar note, if you have multiple papers, some about data structures, some about operating systems, some about C, some about Python, your natural tendency will be to store the papers of different topics in different folders. You might even index the subtopics. So why did we store all our papers in an orderly fashion? When we had to retrieve them, when I wanted a paper from data structures, it was so easy for me to figure out in which file the data structures paper is present, and in the data structures folder probably I have an index for arrays. I know exactly where to go and look and retrieve it easily and come. So that is the intention with which you stored your papers in an orderly fashion. To summarize, where did we store the data? We are storing the data in the computer memory or the primary memory or the RAM. Why are we storing them? To retrieve them when we need it. How are we storing them? We are storing it in a way that you can retrieve it in the most efficient manner. To conclude, how do we define a data structure? The way in which the data is stored in the memory and organized is called as a data structure. Now, why do I use the term organized? I am placing my data in the memory in an orderly fashion in such a way that I have planned how it is stored there so that I'm able to retrieve it whenever I want it. What is its relationship to an algorithm? All algorithms primarily deal with data. If the way the data is organized is perfect, the performance of the algorithm will increase. If you have not organized your data in an orderly manner, the performance of the algorithm will be hit. Some of the simple algorithms that we perform on data are: we insert the data, we delete the data, we perform a search operation on the data, or we sort the data. All this primarily requires a good data structure. The second video following this video shows us the different types of data structures and the different ways we can actually store the data.